It's a pleasure to meet you, Representative Smith. I'm Addie Advocate, the Program Director of Health Education at Standard State University.
Well, welcome from Standard State. It's so good to see you. Thank you for coming in and talking to me today.
Absolutely. Are you a Tigers fan?
I am, I have to admit.
That's always good to hear. Well, I appreciate your taking time to meet with me today. I would like to talk with you about health education standards. In the state of Ohio, virtually all school subjects have academic content standards, which outline the core knowledge and skills necessary to be proficient in a specific subject. Ohio has academic content standards for English language arts, mathematics, science, social studies, foreign languages, fine arts, career education, and physical education. Health education, however, does not have academic content standards. In fact, Ohio and Iowa are the only two U.S. states that have not adopted health education standards for their schools. Having taught health education for 40 years, 33 in public schools and 7 at Standard State University, I understand the importance of designing and implementing high-quality health education in Ohio schools. That equates to health education based on academic health education standards. Now, research supports that healthy students are better learners. When students experience exemplary health education, they have a greater chance to become wellness-focused adults who are equipped to be productive, healthy members of society. Ohio schools need state health education standards to provide that framework for exemplary health education instruction. This brings me to a very important request. Would you be willing to support the adoption of health education standards for Ohio schools?
Well, it all sounds good, but as you are probably well aware, our state is in a significant economic bind right now. I don't think we could get any funding for this initiative at all.
Well, I understand your concern about the cost, but rather than spending significant dollars to develop new health education standards, Ohio could adopt the current national health education standards. There's no cost to adopting these national standards. In fact, over the last decade, the national health education standards have become the recognized reference for health education, providing a framework for the adoption of standards by most states.
Oh, okay. I would like to see or learn a little more about these national health education standards. Are they used by other states?
Actually, I brought a book for you, and this book tells about our national health education standards. After our meeting, I will be glad to sit down and show you how you might better utilize this book to understand the standards.
Well, thank you. That would be very helpful. My second concern would be more in the lines of my constituents. Many are very conservative, and I am well aware that some may feel that sex education has no place in schools.
Well, actually, Representative Smith, the National Health Education Standards are not content specific. In other words, the specific issues, topics, and content of health education classes is determined by the local school districts. The standards provide the framework for evidence-based health education, but the National Health Education Standards do not tell districts what specific health topics they must teach.
Oh, I see. I'm starting to get a flavor for what you're talking about. I guess my real concern would also be with some of the folks that I hear from superintendents and others working, administrators in education, that they are very adamant against any more unfunded mandates, and they really want to focus on the tasks that are related to math and science, and I'm afraid of some pushback from that community.
Indeed, academics are important. However, schools must educate the whole child. Health education standards include lifetime skills, such as decision-making, goal setting, communication, and advocacy, just to mention a few. To be productive, healthy members of society, individuals need these skills. In fact, authors of an extensive report entitled, "Are They Ready to Work?" interviewed potential United States employers about the skill levels of graduates entering the workforce. 76% of employer respondents rated making appropriate choices concerning health and wellness as most critical to the success of their workers.
I would very much like a copy of that report for my aides and myself to review.
It will be in the mail to you tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in to speak with me, and I will definitely get through these documents and let you know my decision.